There are 3 ways you can check out books at Indian Hills. The first way is to check out ebooks and electronic audiobooks on your Chromebook. The second way is to place a hold and have your book delivered to your English teacher. And the most obvious way to get a book is to visit the library. To visit the library, you'll need to fill out a library pass and have your teacher sign it. The pass must have your name on it, today's date, and the time you left the classroom. Bring it to the library and drop it off in the blue pass box at the main desk. Don't forget to sign in on the Chromebooks too. It's very important that you sign in so I can keep track of who is in the library each day. You will have to help substitute teachers out and tell them that you need a pass. You cannot use the lanyard passes for the library. Those are only for drinks and bathroom breaks. 2 things you'll need to know to find books in the library include the book's call number and sublocation. Just click on a book's cover to find the call number and sublocation. Here is an example of when you find a book where to find the book's title, the call number, and the sublocation. Use the slips of paper by the lookup stations to write down the title, call number, and sublocation. Then show me and I can help you find your book. So the book that I want is in the fiction section. So look for these signs, or at the top of the shelves, look at these signs to see what section it's in. Another sign. Here's the short stories. So look for these signs to see what section you're in. Once I find the right section, the fiction section, I'm gonna look at the top. I'm looking for W-A-L. So W-A comes before W-E. So I'm gonna go to this section. Yep, it's gonna be in this section of shelves. I'm going to look at the bottom letters. So not the F, F stands for fiction. I'm gonna look at the bottom letters and I need W. So I'm gonna go all the way down here and find the W's. There's W-A, and there's my book. You'll also want to double check the book's information before you try to find it in the library. Go to Destiny Discover and see if the item you saw is actually a book. So right here you can see this has a picture of a book. Or is it an ebook? Ebooks look like this. They have a little symbol in them. That's the Destiny Discover symbol. So that's an ebook. Or is it an audiobook? Audiobooks have a little speaker on them. That means it's an audiobook. You might also want to check how many pages the book is. Is the book too long or short for you? So if you find a book, you click on the book, and this information will pop up. Go to the More Information, and under the format, I can see this book is 276 pages. Sometimes it will also have an interest level or a reading level, so you can also see what type of reading level the book is. Last, if you don't have a study hall, or if the library is closed, or if it's just easier, you can order a book on Destiny Discover and I'll deliver it to your English teacher. In Destiny Discover, just make sure that you are logged in, and if you find a book that you want to check out, make sure that it says that the book is in. If the book is all checked out, this will be red and it will say out. If the book does have a red out, you can still put a hold on it. That just means that you are now in line to get that book. I highly recommend that you get on the hold waiting list for popular books to guarantee you get it in the school year. But if you find a book that you want and there's a green in on the cover, you just click the hold button right there, and I'll deliver it to your English teacher as soon as possible. I will send you an email when your book is ready to be picked up from your English teacher. Now for a quick library tour. Outside the doors by the lunchroom, there's the book return and free library. As you walk in, there's the Iowa Teen Award Book display. So you can see all of these posters here, like this one is the one from this year. They have little paragraphs that explain a little bit about what the book is about, and these are books from the past. These black shelves are this year's current Iowa Teen Award books, and there are a couple of graphic novel books. There is a nonfiction book, and then some regular fiction chapter books. And then over here, this little brown shelf, this is the Iowa High School Award. So the top shelf, these are the high school award books. The bottom 2 shelves are the Children's Choice Award books, and Children's Choice is rated for up to 7th and 8th graders too. So these are some of the Children's Choice books that are a little bit higher reading level. And then when you come around the corner here, this is the Iowa Teen Award room, and you can go in here anytime and look at any of these books that you want to. There's just multiple copies of these books. It starts off with graphic novels at the top, nonfiction books, some biographies, and then it goes into all of the fiction chapter books that were Iowa Teen Award books. Any of these stand-up carts are nonfiction. So any in the middle, standing up, nonfiction. Any of the books that are attached to the wall, so the shelves that are attached to the wall in the L shape here are fiction. So you can see over here, it says fiction Z, so that's the end of the alphabet. The beginning of the alphabet starts over by the lunchroom side of the library. The new books are right in the main aisle as you're walking through the library. There are some nonfiction books and quick picks on this side, graphic novels on this side, and then on the other side is all new fiction. At the end of this row, you can see this row is biography and short story. So there's a few picture books here, and then we go into biography, and then the short story books are all the way down at the very end, the very last row. This shelf here is the Genre Hall of Fame. Each shelf has a different genre. So this one is sports fiction with female characters. Male characters is on the other side. Adventure, funny books, historical fiction, sci-fi, fantasy. You can see there's these pictures on the end too that tell you the different genres. But these are just kind of like the most popular books in these genres. So like, for example, the sports shelf, those are not all of the sports books in the entire library, but they're kind of some of the most popular ones. Or the love stories, those are not all the love story books in the library, but it's a few that'll get you started. This section over here is the fiction series section. So this is only if there are 4 or more in the series. If it is a trilogy or a sequel, because there are tons and tons of trilogies and sequels out there, it's gonna be on that back, that L shape up against the wall in the regular fiction section. So trilogies and books with sequels, regular fiction section. Series section is if there's 4 or more books. And I kind of rearranged things a little bit in here this year. So I tried to put the first book of every series out so you can see every series that we own in the library, make them a little bit more visible. Some of the books you will see have numbers on the spine, so some of them will have numbers right there. And then some of them I have written the numbers on, so if these ones, like, they don't have the number anywhere on the spine, but these ones do, so that's the difference. Some of them you might find the number right there, some of them you might find the number there, but I just have the first book in front of it, so if you want to see what book it is, yep, that's book 1. You want book 2 or 3, you might just have to move this one off to the side so you can get book 2, 3, or 4. So that's how that is set up this year. I just wanted to make the series a little bit more of a display and kind of show you all of the different series that we have. So the series, they keep going down this black shelf here, and they go over here. So you can see the sticker at the top here, or the label at the top, it still says series. And there's even a couple of shelves over here that still say series. So there's a few right there just above the quick picks. All of these are the series section. And then the next section is quick picks. Quick picks are any of the books that have those yellow stickers there. And those are just books that are really short books. They're a good, easy reading level. They're high interest. They get into the book right away. They're nice, fast reads. So all of those with yellow stickers, they are all on this side of the wall this year. And then when you come over here, these are the Spanish language books. So we have some nonfiction Spanish language books. We have some graphic novels in Spanish. And then down at the bottom here are just regular fiction chapter books. So those are the books that are in Spanish. I have a few books in Arabic as well. And then this back section here, our graphic novel section, continues to grow, especially the manga collection. So the graphic novels are going to be the ones on the left 3 sections here. And then this last section and this cart, I'm hopefully going to get some shelves for up against these walls here sometime this year. But those are all of the manga. So all of the manga, both sides of this cart, that's where those are at. And then we also have some audiobooks. These are Playaway players, and these are ones that you just plug your earbuds into and you can listen to the book while you are reading the book at the same time. When You are ready to check out, or if you need Chromebook help, this short little dip down in the counter, this little short area, that's where you will go, and you will stand in line. If there's a line, just kind of go along the front of the room by the printer and the computer there and just make a line back that way. So for the last few minutes of class today, the final thing you are going to do, some tasks to complete. Everybody must have a book to read after today. So if you have a book from home or the public library already, just go ahead and take a few minutes, look around the library, just make sure you're familiar with where each section is and kind of, just give yourself a tour. And then after you get a book, I want everybody to go to your Canvas on your Chromebooks and make sure that you have the Media Center class. If you have the Media Center class, go ahead and click the catalog button to sign in, find My Stuff at the top, and look at your checkouts and find. See if you have any books still from last year. You can always turn those in to me still. If you notice that you don't have the library Canvas page, please sign your name on the sheet at the front so that I can add you onto the library Canvas course.